With the Game Boy emulator growing in popularity day by day, I'm sure, like me, many of you have revisited your favorite games that you grew up with. My personal endeavor has been with Pokemon Fire Red, but while searching for certain games, I came across some long forgotten ones, like Pokemon the trading card game video game. And I remember having this game when I was younger, but I could not remember for the life of me the actual gameplay. And not too long after, I figured, wait, if they made a Pokemon TCG game, maybe they did one for Yu-Gi-Oh! And they did. I've never seen games like this, so it's very interesting, and I want to talk about it, and I do what I want. So we're going to talk about both these games today. Starting first, we're going to talk about the one that I grew up with, Pokemon trading card game, The Game, which was originally released in Japan in 1998 and didn't reach the States until 2000, as you hear my cat fall in the background. What are you doing? Surprisingly recreates the experience of playing the physical Pokemon TCG by allowing players to collect cards, build decks, and duel against in-game opponents. The main mode of the game is the campaign mode, where players travel across the Pokemon TCG island, challenging 8 club masters and earning medals to qualify for the Pokemon Dome tournaments. Each club master specializes in a different type of Pokemon, providing a variety of challenges. I know what you're thinking, so just the original Pokemon games. Yes, but it's on cardboard, on a screen. Regardless, players would collect virtual Pokemon TCG cards by defeating in-game opponents or trading with an NPC and winning booster packs. And they can then build custom decks using these cards with various strategies and themes that's up to the player. As previously mentioned, after earning enough medals by defeating club masters, gym leaders, players can participate in Pokemon Dome tournaments, where they can face off against skilled opponents in a series of battles to become the champion of the Pokemon TCG Island. Which is crazy high stakes, for me anyway, but the game also includes a mini-game called Card Pop, where players use virtual coins earned from battles to pop open virtual booster packs, randomly receiving new cards to add to their collection. I remember tearing up this game when I was younger. I'm pretty sure I found it at a Second and Charles and immediately threw it in my Game Boy Color because, yeah, I had one. And I remember tearing up this game quite a bit, so there's a lot of nostalgia with it. But what about Yu-Gi-Oh? It's like the same thing. The Yu-Gi-Oh series has a notable presence on the Game Boy systems, which I had no idea about, particularly in the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advanced. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Eternal Duelist Soul was released in 2002. It was the one I played after finding out about this, so I'm going to talk about it, and I also heard it's like the best one, but I don't know. The game aimed to replicate the experience of playing the physical Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG and allowing players to build decks, duel opponents, and collect cards, which we're familiar with. These players can build and customize their decks using a wide variety of cards from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. Cards are obtained through various means, including winning duels, trading with in-game characters, and unlocking booster packs. The game features a campaign mode where players face off against one of 5 computer-controlled opponents: Yugi, Tristan, Joey, Bakura, and Taya, each with their unique decks and strategies. Players progress through the campaign by defeating opponents and unlocking new content. In addition to the campaign mode, players can engage in free duels against computer-controlled opponents or link up with friends for multiplayer duels via the Game Boy Advance link cable. As players progress through the game, they collect new cards to expand their collection. These cards can be used to improve existing decks or create new ones, adding depth to the gameplay experience. Both Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon have changed with the times and have several video game adaptations for computers. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links was released in 2016, and Duel Links is a free-to-play digital card game available on various platforms, various PS. It offers a streamlined version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Featuring simplified rules, fast-paced gameplay, and online multiplayer mode, where players collect cards, build decks, and compete against opponents worldwide in real-time duels. They do the same thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist and Yu-Gi-Oh!'s Master Duel, which was released in 2020. Pokemon, having a similar thing, released in 2011, was the Pokemon TCG Online. And let me tell you, opening packs for the first time and seeing that QR code and stuff like that, it blew my mind that you could play Pokemon online. But a lot of it's the same stuff. Players collect cards, build decks, compete against opponents, online matches, stuff like that. So I absolutely loved playing this growing up. I played it up until I was 17, and I tried to do it not too long ago, but I kept getting a server error, so I don't know what's going on with that, and I'm not gonna act like I do, but it was fun. And I'm no stranger to online card games. I played Hearthstone a little bit. I tried Shadowverse, but I got mad because I had things in my card game, but we're not going to talk about that. And, I played MTG Arena, and I enjoyed playing Draft and stuff like that. I've never been the biggest deck builder when it came to Magic, but I was a pretty big Draft guy, so it was pretty fun to play online. But personally, I've never been able to get into too many online card games. There's just something I love about feeling the cards, seeing the opponent, being in the environment. I really enjoyed the culture around it and like being at a tournament rather than just playing online. With that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this brief history of both of these games. I hope to do more stuff like this, and I would have liked it to have been longer, but I'm still new to this whole format, so hopefully y'all enjoyed that, and maybe we'll do something like this again.